Take a book and pen out and get ready to study the parts of speech. What I have been requested to do today is a video on the parts of speech. Now this is grammar. People say it's basic grammar. I would not say that. I would say it's a little bit difficult because unless you're very good in all the grammar, only then would you be able to do this exercise. Now this exercise is an exercise called parsing. What is parsing? Parsing is if you have the ability to choose every word of the sentence and say what part of speech it is. Let me begin by saying that there are 8 parts of speech. And what are these 8 parts of speech? They are the noun, the pronoun, the adjective, the verb, the adverb, the preposition, the conjunction, and the interjection. So there are 8. Before I begin to explain anything to you, very often people put article as a part of speech. Now there are only 8 parts of speech and I don't think you heard me saying article. So the articles, the an, and the are demonstrative adjectives. You can check it out in your Wren and Martin if you have an original copy of the Wren and Martin because it is present in the Wren and Martin. So I'm not going to do very detailed, but I'm going to show you the small techniques that you can use to identify which part of speech it is. So the first one is the noun. Now you have often played in school name, place, animal and thing. And so your nouns are the names of persons, places, animals and things. And then let's add to that one more, qualities, because your abstract nouns are qualities. So let me go through it a little deeper. So if I say the word Thomas, Thomas is the name of a boy. It's a proper noun. The word boy, on the other hand, is a common noun. That is person. Let's go to place. I could say Australia, which would be the place, and the common noun would be country. Then I would go to animal. So we say Jumbo, the name of the animal, and the elephant, the common noun. And things, simple thing, the book, the pen, the pencil, the wall, the fan, the light, whatever you can see in your class or in the room that you're sitting in, those are all nouns. So remember, person, place, animal, thing, and qualities. Because qualities are abstract nouns. So you have honesty and kindness and confidence. Those are abstract nouns. Another way you can identify it, a noun will answer the question what. So you can find a noun anywhere in a sentence. Okay? Let's go to the second one. The second one is the pronoun. Your pronoun stands for a noun. So if I say Thomas, what pronoun would you use for Thomas? You will say he. Or if I say Ellen, you will say she. Or if I say the students, you will say they. So your pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, them. These are your pronouns. Let's go to the third part of speech. Your third part of speech is your adjective. Your adjective tells you more about the noun. Your adjective describes the noun. So if I say Thomas is a boy, you have Thomas and boy, both that are nouns. But if I say Thomas is a handsome boy, then the word handsome is telling you more about Thomas is telling you more about the boy, and so handsome is your adjective. Your adjective also answers the question which. Now there are various kinds of adjectives, and I will tell you in parsing, in parts of speech, if you have to identify it in a sentence, the adjective is always placed before the noun. And so if I say Thomas is a handsome boy, you have the noun boy and the word in front of it is handsome. So handsome is the adjective. The word in front of handsome is a, and a is also an adjective. Besides the adjectives of quality, you could have possessive adjectives. So suppose I say his mum makes tasty cakes. You got two nouns in the sentence, mum and cakes. Mum stands for a person, cake stands for a thing. His mum, his is telling you whose mother, telling you more about the mother. So it's a possessive adjective. You look at cakes, the word in front of cakes is tasty. Tasty is telling you about the cakes. So tasty is an adjective. So we also have demonstrative adjectives, which is this, that, these and those. I want you to identify it as a demonstrative adjective only when it is followed by a noun. So let me give you an example. If I say this boy is a good boy, this is followed by boy. So boy is the noun. This is telling you, demonstrating this boy. So it's the adjective. It's placed in front of the noun. Is a good boy. Again you have boy, which is a noun. And the word in front of boy is good. Good is an adjective of quality. Now, I'll give you another sentence. If I just say, this is a good boy, the this is not a demonstrative adjective because this is followed by a verb, is. So this could be a demonstrative adjective or a demonstrative pronoun. What is it going, how are you going to identify it? A demonstrative adjective is followed by the noun, and a demonstrative pronoun is followed by the verb. Okay? Let's go further to the verb. So we have the verbs which are doing or action words. Generally action words. There are also verbs which are incomplete verbs, or they are verbs of a state of being. How do I identify a verb? Now, to identify a verb in Hindi and Marathi is very easy. Why is it easy? Because it is placed at the end of the sentence. So you look at the end of the sentence and you'll find the verb. In English, that is not the case. The verb could be anywhere in the sentence. Also, the verb could be a one-word verb, a two-word verb, a three-word verb, or a four-word verb. Yes. So, let's explain to you the verb. In order to find the verb in the sentence, ask what is dash doing. The word that you fill in dash, just after that you'll get the verb. So suppose I say, this boy plays football. What is this boy doing? This boy plays. You're right, plays is your verb. Let me do the same sentence which are with a different tense, with more words in your verb. Suppose I say, he is playing football in the compound. I'm asking the question, what is he doing? The answer is playing. That's your verb. So to identify a verb, ask the question, what is dash doing? Now, you could also have a verb which is a state of being, like if you look at the verb to be has 5 parts. Am, is, are, was, and were. So if you see these 5 words in your sentence, they are also verbs. So if I say, She is a new girl. Ask the question, what is she doing? She is. You're right. Or if I say she feels happy, what is she doing? She feels. So you got the idea of how to pick out a verb. Then you have an adverb. Look at the word adverb. Adverb is made up of two words. The ad, which is the adjective, and the verb, which is the verb. So adverb will tell you more about the adjective, or it will tell you more about the verb. Usually to identify an adverb, it ends with an ly. Also, to identify an adverb, you can ask the questions how, when, where, why. I repeat, how, when, where, why. So if I say she writes her answers slowly. She writes how? Slowly. So the word slowly, also you look at slowly, it ends with ly. Suppose I say this other sentence. He is very good in French. Look at the sentence. He is how? The answer is very good. Now you look at very good, and good is the adjective, and very is telling you more about the adjective. So very is your adverb. Then we have the prepositions. The prepositions are the small words that you will find in the sentence, like at, of, for, from, about. These tiny little words which are very important to make the sentence complete. John goes school. It's not a complete sentence. It has to be John goes to school. So the word to, the tiny word to, is the preposition. Then we'll go to the conjunction. The conjunction is what joins. It can join two words. It can join two phrases. It can join two sentences. So let me give you a sentence. Tom and John are brothers. Here I have two words, Tom and John, joined together by and. So and is my conjunction. Suppose I say, Tom is good, but John is very mean. I have two sentences here. Tom is good, John is very mean, and they are joined together by but. Suppose I say I was late because I missed the bus. I got two sentences here. I was late, I missed the bus, and it is joined by because. So a conjunction does the job of joining two things. And the last part of speech is the interjection. Your interjection are the words that you use to exclaim something. So I say, ooh, ah, ouch. All these kind of sounds that we make are interjections. I'm going to put up a sentence and I'm going to explain the sentence. So I'm giving you the first sentence. John is my brother who lives in Goa. Whenever you're doing parsing or identifying which part of speech it is, always begin with the noun. So let's see whether you can pick up the nouns in this sentence. The nouns are the person, place, animal, thing, and the quality. So we have John, he's a person. We have brother, he is a person. And we have Goa, it's a place. So you have three nouns in the sentence. Let's go to the second part of speech. The verb. After you do the noun, always go to the verbs. So what question do you have to ask to find out the verb? What is dash doing? So what is John doing? John is. There's one more verb in the sentence, and that verb is lives. Then we come to the adjective. Now you look at the noun and look at the word in front of the noun. So you have brother. In front of brother you have my brother. My is a possessive adjective. Go a little further down. You have Goa and you have in Goa. In is those small words which I told you will find in a sentence. It's a preposition. So the second sentence. This child is playing football in the compound. Start with the nouns. The first one is child. The second one is football. And the third one is compound. Child is person. Football is thing. Compound is place. Then you go to the verb. What is this child doing? This child is playing. That's your verb. Then you go to the nouns and see the words in front of the noun. So your first word is child. In front of child you have this. This is your demonstrative adjective. In front of football you have playing, but we've already identified is playing as our verb. And then you have compound. In front of compound you have the. I told you an and the will not be considered articles but will be considered to be adjectives. So the is your adjective. The small little word in the sentence, in, is your preposition. I hope you understood this. I hope you got the hang of it. I will put down 10 sentences, and when you click the link in the description, you will get the answers to those 10 sentences. Name the part of speech of every word in the sentence. Sentence number 1. His professor has been teaching French for the last 20 years. Now, when you're doing this sentence, I'm going to do the first sentence with you because I want to show you the method. You start with the nouns in the sentence. So you mark the nouns in the sentence. After you have marked the nouns in the sentence, now go to the verb. How do you identify the verb? To identify the verb, you ask the question, what is dash doing? Dash, and then you get the verb. After getting the verb, let's do the adjectives in the sentence. You've located the nouns in the sentence. Look at the word in front of the noun, and the word in front of the noun is the adjective. You may have one adjective, you may have two adjectives, you may have three adjectives. Mark all of them. And then you have the small words in the sentence, which are called prepositions. So let's see this first sentence. The nouns in the sentence are professor, French, and years. What is his professor doing? His professor has been teaching. That's your verb. Has been teaching. Then you go to the adjectives. The adjective is the words in front of professor is his. In front of French is the verb. And the third noun in the sentence, years, has got 20, last, and the, all three which are adjectives. And the small words in the sentence, for, is your preposition. Then you have your second sentence. The beautification of the village depended on the people. The third sentence. We will buy the material for building a new wall. Oh, it is so sad that he has COVID and is very ill. They were dancing because it was their feast day. Yesterday, he was visiting all his old neighbors since he had not seen them in a long time. Which question did you not understand? Those participants went for a meal to the restaurant that he owns. He sought a clarification for the behavior that he did not understand. The pretty lady was visiting her rich aunt who lived in Mumbai. I hope you had fun learning with me. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do not forget to subscribe. This is Teacher Grandma, a teacher for 34 years, hoping that you learn and you love English. I will do my next video explaining each of the parts of speech in detail, just to help you to get your basics good.